Well, hi and welcome to the LumenRadio booth. I'm going to present to you the Unity platform, and we're going to run a short demonstration or presentation here, and the demonstration on that screen should be. Michael here is going to do the demonstration of the product, but let's start off. This picture shows you a typical setup of today. We tend to mix lots of different protocols. We even throw some DALI devices in, and we do DMX to DALI conversion. And we also use lots of wireless stuff today. The problem today is that you need to invest in lots of parallel infrastructure. You need to buy all these kind of conversion things. Today, LumenRadio is announcing a unified product that unifies what you see here into one product. This means that you can do any protocol, as we announced last year on the Flex platform, but you can also do wired RDM and wired protocols. Michael here is now going to demonstrate a little bit on that screen here of how the product works.
Yep. Well, the key thing now is that we try to combine the wireless with the wired, since most of the installations today are not pure wireless, they are a mix of wired and wireless. So we have all the nodes, the network nodes now have the possibility to output all the data, both wireless and wired. You can even turn the transmission, the wireless transmission off completely, so to make it a pure network node. So basically the user could just enable it whenever they want the wireless thing. So down here we have a wired setup that is standing over at the stand behind you, running all the wired things, and we have a wireless link going up to the truss. We also have a wireless link going into the aquarium behind you. We also tried to make it more visible with the graphical representation here, making the lines, they are dashed for the wireless links as earlier, but now we also made them green to indicate that on these links we have the DMX streaming over the link, in opposite to over here where there is no DMX streaming in the network and it's all the gray lines. If something ends up going wrong, for instance being offline or something like that, all the lines to that piece of equipment will turn red. So it's very visible to see where the problems in the rig are. Also, you can now also choose to manually take control of the fixtures temporarily. It's still the main purpose of having the console taking care of it, but you can temporarily go into, and now we have this 600 watt over there, where I've temporarily taken control over, and as soon as I close the window, it will go back to the console again. We also have, like, to giving some additional the monitoring tool, you have the possibility to actually, for each and every DMX channel in the entire setup, see the current value on each and every channel. So if you have any problems in your rig, you can go in and see that, okay, I'm supposed to see these channels changing the values, but they're not. So then you can start to narrow down your problems. And all this comes in these fixtures. The functionality is license-based. So you can just go in, you don't pay for it if you don't want it, but when you want it, you can just go in and unlock the license for it, and that is possible to do either over internet, online, to get it immediately and pay online, or you can do it over the phone with your local distributor to get the license.
Yeah, We can show the monitoring as well.
Anything? Yeah, of course. What you also can do when we have added some additional monitoring functionalities, where you could go in and tell on this device, I want to monitor a specific sensor, for instance the LED's temperature, and I want to know whenever this goes outside of a range, for instance 10 degrees. So, and once it's getting run through the entire and get to polling this device, we will soon see a small what to say, exclamation mark, something telling that there is something going on with this device. It can take some time because now we have the update running quite slow because we don't want to interfere with the DMX, so we have a quite slow how do you say the RDM polling. So I think we could also perhaps add another, no. Unfortunately, we don't have any way to see where in the rig it's polling right now.
So you're saying you can adjust the poll rate?
Yeah, okay. It's possible. So basically you adjust it to what everything basically between, like, yeah, basically down to the length of an RDM packet up to minutes or hours or anything. So
This is all done on the 2.4 gigahertz band?
Yeah, we operate. The 5.8 gigahertz band is not allowed in Europe, so we stay on the 2.45 gigahertz band. It is allowed, I would say, but the power output wouldn't qualify it to be a professional for professional use. All 25 milliwatts of power output in the 5.8 gigahertz is allowed today.
Okay.
Yeah, so we decided to go for the 2.45. Yeah. Okay, I think that ends the presentations, and if please have any questions.
Yeah, can you tell me the price? Is this for the entire range, or are you talking a specific?
All the RDM enabled devices, it depends on which unit. This one is a 2 universe, for instance.
Okay.
The license cost for this one is 500 euros to unlock the license. And we have the 1 universe, babies over there. The list price for these are 300 euros to unlock the license. And we also have, of course, the outer range. They will be sitting in the tank there. You can also upgrade them, of course.
What's the limit on the number of you say that's a 2 universe one?
That one is a 2 universe, yes.
How many can you have?
What you do is that you have a lot of these babies in parallel.
Right. How many can you have?
well, basically as many as your network bandwidth will handle.
And in practice, what is that?
Well, yeah, I don't know. For instance, running streaming ACN, that supports up to 64,000 universes. So it's just the bandwidth. So for a gigabit network, several tens of thousands of universes. I don't know if Niclas mentioned it. I didn't really hear when I was standing over there. But for instance, the outdoor version, when having this Unity concept in that one, that would actually be the first IP67 rated outdoor RDM controller.
Is gigabit the fastest rate you support, or do you support 10 gigabit or 40 gigabit?
No, 1 gigabit.
1 gigabit.
Yeah.
Okay.